26th. Jerod had to work. I'm set up in his blind. Got my decoy set out in front of me. And it's about, can't even see my watch. It's about 6:45, I think. Let's see here. Focus. Yeah, it's about 6:45. I've been in here for about 20 minutes. And I've heard owl hoot. I've done a couple of owl hoots. Haven't heard nothing gobble. It's rainy. It's rained all night. And don't know what the day's going to be like yet. But I want to get out here. It's my day off. So I wanted to get out here and get a chance again, maybe to redeem myself from Tuesday's miss. So you can hear the water hitting this blind. This is one of those 270-degree view blinds that Jerod has one, I have one. They're new view hunting blinds, and they are real good. Right now, with the rain, it's kind of hard to see out. But as it gets brighter, more daylight, probably can see out more. There's water. I can see where water has run down the inside of the fabric, and that's the nature of these type of blinds, where you've got all these little pinholes where you can see through. There's going to be owl just hollered. You're going to see that happen. So I'm going to concentrate on hunting, get this light out so you can see me, get it out, and see what we can shake loose this morning. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the woods. Wait a while before I call again, because it's raining. I don't know if they'll be moving or not. It's just a waiting game. Wait and see what happens. in that length of time, I've called 3 times, and as you can hear, it's raining. It's not a hard rain. Of course, it's blinds underneath a pine tree, so getting droplets off the pine. But it is raining out there, light rain. Haven't heard a gobble at all. Not when my owl hooted, not when I started calling. We'll see what it's like. Tomorrow, Sunday, is supposed to be a nicer day. Not hot. I think it's supposed to be in the low 60s today. I think it is. I think it's supposed to be the same way tomorrow. But there's no chance of rain tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a better day. Hey, it beats just sitting in the house in the rain. Who knows what I might see sitting out here. The decoys are out there and there's a breeze, so they move when there's a breeze. So just want to give that report. Like I said, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes since I got in here set up. So just stick with us. We'll see what happens. You know, just as soon as I get the camera rolling, the sun would go back behind the clouds. The sun was just out. Again, there's my decoys. Trying to see if you can see my second decoy. It's right up behind that one, up on a little hump, right between those 2 trees right there. I can see its head. To hopefully try to entice something to come in, but don't think it's going to happen. The rain has stopped. Thank goodness. Still got some water dripping out of the pine, beating on this roof. Birds are singing, crows are making all kinds of noise. I put out some calls since it stopped raining, but nothing's answered. Traditionally, most people they walk the ridge tops when they're turkey hunting. They go out so far, they call, they listen. Go out further, call, listen. If they get one answered, it's a good piece off. They close the distance. They don't call anymore. So they close what they think is a reasonable distance. You might throw out a call to confirm if that bird's still there. But when you got a blind and you got weather like we're having today, pretty much you sit in this one spot, put the decoys out. We know there's turkeys here. They travel through here. It's just, like I said, it rained all last night. It's rained this morning off and on. We had a real good downpour here a little while ago. But got plenty of time. Don't have to be out of the woods till 1. So, gonna keep at it. 11 o'clock. I'm gonna try. Calls got wet. He's over in that other holler. It's probably about 100 yards away. But he might be coming. I'm not going to call anymore. Not unless that sounds like he's going away. Y'all probably couldn't hear him. Not with this water dripping on this blind. He's done crossed the holler. Up above where I couldn't see. He's over there now. I just started to call, and he answered over there. Starting to rain again. Just heard him again. Just again. He's even further out that way. There is an old logging road. It's over here to my left. Goes up this holler. And there's a nice flat area up there in this hollow. It's kind of wide. And they cross there. And then there's another logging road goes around this hillside and around and goes back up towards those fields where we can't hunt. And just a little bit ago when I called, he was over here. Now I just heard him before I started this recording. He was further out that way. I don't think he's interested. Either he didn't see those decoys, he didn't want to come off down that hill and see them, or what. It's about 11:30. And he was the only one I've heard. Tuesday, we were hearing 4 or 5 birds. We had a couple over here, we had a couple over there. I think when Jerod went over that way, there was even more over that way. And now today, it's just that one. Goes sometimes. Them dagblasted birds are smart. They may come in, you may even see them out there too far of a range to shoot, and they'll just hold up. They won't come any further. That bird, he came from all the way back here, come up, was on that road, and I thought he was coming down the hill, but apparently he just kept going up that roadway, dropped down way up above, because I never saw him cross, so I know it's further up. And I may get my blind out of the truck and take up there before I go home and get it set up, because he's crossed up there, he's hit this roadway, and that roadway goes up and around the point of this hill and goes back up the head of the main hollow here. And like I said, there's fields up there. We don't have permission to hunt. We've really not ever asked. Don't really know who owns the property now. We did know who owned it. They died. Somebody bought it at the farm, and they turned the farmhouse into a Airbnb. And it's the, you know, this road comes up, this hollow stops up there. But we don't know really who owns it now. So our chances of finding out, I don't know how we find out. But if it's an Airbnb, they may not want nobody up there hunting close to those fields. But you know, Tuesday there's a cross from Jerod's up on that ridge there. They went up that main hollow, they come across, and they come to this right hand side, and some of them went up around that way, and then Jerod got up and moved. He went around that way. There was still a couple over here. I missed that one. Of course, they had, I guess, was going that way, and they come back across and crossed probably right in here somewhere when I got that shot at that one. But I think it's a bust for today. I'm gonna try to stay in here a little bit longer just in case. Maybe there's some that's not gobbling, that's following that one. Who knows? It was just him gobbling. I've only heard that one. We'll just wait and see. Well, folks, I think that's a bust. At least it did have some excitement. Had that one gobbler come in from back this way, come around, went up the holler, went over that way, up the main hollow where the road is, up to that old farm. But it, I don't know if you can hear it, probably you can. It started raining again. It's about 10 to 12. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start getting things together. Jerod will be home here in a little while. Like I said, my blind is in my truck, and I think Jerod's got his blind here. I'm going to go up this holler. I'll probably be good 150, maybe 200 yards on up the holler, to where I think Tuesday, that's where they crossed. I think it was up that way. Today, that one did the same thing. So, appreciate you watching. And as we're fond of saying, we'll see you in the woods.